Good morning. What a morning this is. Good morning, Tara. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Whether there's plenty of sunshine or not, love is heading our way, and that's to the whole globe, every nation, every soul. Love is heading our way. So thank you for coming on this this love this love fest. This morning love fest. Ellen, thank you. Cami, Lisa and Jim, Lori, Lynn, Tara, thank you so much. You know, it's a, I just gotta, I don't think you can see this too well. And you probably maybe have seen that picture of those Tibetan monks that are at the Washington now. And it's such a beautiful shot with the monks in the foreground and then just tons and tons of souls in the background. Anyway, this has a beautiful, I think something that we all should make sure we have this as a poster in our hearts, as a poster in our hearts. It says this: a single step for peace is a prayer. A single step for peace is a prayer. Wow. 1,000 steps together become a revolution of love. You know, my organization is called the Love Force Revolution. I've had it for years, just speaking out that love is the only way. Anyway, 1,000 steps together become a revolution of love where hearts unite beyond difference. Wow. Hearts unite beyond difference, my dears. Hearts uniting beyond difference. And our shared presence becomes a golden ripple. So our shared presence becomes a golden ripple carrying peace to the farthest corners of the world. Isn't that beautiful? And then on this image of this, all these thousands of people, I guess in Washington right now, whoever did this said, my prayers for the final day of the peace walk may we unite in such numbers for peace. Yeah, those are people's. You see it? May we unite in such numbers for peace. So let's just look at this compassion prayer that I read and look at it line by line and see what sparks in our hearts, my dears, for a day of such amazing numbers of souls marching for peace and standing in a nation that is not in a peaceful state, and so many others are not in a peaceful state. But let's just take a line at a time and see what kind of difference that can make in our lives today. What can change to the better? So we have, more and better, as Sister Gyanamata, one of Yogananda's chief disciples, said, more and better. Better this day than I was yesterday. More and better. Let's just see what these glimmers are in our hearts when we read these lines once again. So a single step today, you can remember this one. A single step when you get up from your chair, from this meditation, you're on a chair. Let that be a step for peace. It's a prayer. May that first step you take getting up from this stream this morning, may it be a step of a prayer for world peace. You know, we may think that, oh, we're just what, 10 or so right now. And that doesn't amount to the numbers that are in this picture right now or in Washington right now. But don't underestimate the power of one. Don't underestimate the power of your the immortal soul. Don't underestimate the power that exists in you because you are made of light, my dears, and compassion and love and joy. Don't underestimate those things now because every step is a prayer for peace. Every step. And I just said that your first one coming up from this meditation this morning, make it a good one as a step for prayer for peace. But that doesn't have to stop because you have other things to do you? I know we're all going through something. That's an always in this 3D heavy delusion we're living in. Don't forget that either. Don't take any of it personally. Don't take any of it seriously. All right. And just let's see what we can do today. Because if the monks stop marching, what are we going to do? Huh? Are we going to leave it up for others to do it, to make the change? Right? Are we, still so stuck in our stuff that, oh, well, that was cool. They marched since October and da da da. But what can we do individually, my dears? And I think you all know the answer to that. So have that in your heart right now. That what your first step is, because a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. But now the second line, 1,000 steps together become a revolution of love. I mean, my organization's called the Love Force Revolution. Now, you don't have to call yourself anything or be part of an organization. In fact, I'm shutting it down. They're coming up here soon. Because I don't need that organization for just one guy. But I have a few beautiful souls right here. So, but this next line, 1,000 steps together. So we are Tara, Sarah, Ricardo, Narayan, Lynn, Lori, Lisa and Jim Clark, Tammy, Ellen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 10 of us online pretty regularly, if not constantly, or every day. And let's just feel the power of us. It's, the rainbow, remember we did that rainbow tribe thing where that lady had a vision and she saw all these souls coming in right now that have the 5D consciousness and the hearts are linked together with other hearts. Yeah. So I like to think we're the rainbow tribe. We're a little tribe of the big tribe, all right? The world tribe and then our little tribe. But it's all merged together because that's what this line says, 1,000 steps together. 1,000 steps together become a revolution of love. So if you could count your step after this first one today and go about your day today, I wonder how many of those 1,000 steps you will have taken, right? Because your individual consciousness is the global consciousness. You get me? Your individual consciousness is the global consciousness. Now, don't go walking around, doing whatever and not have a consciousness of becoming a revolution of love with thousands and thousands and thousands of others who are becoming a revolution of love in their own consciousness. In their own consciousness. Let's join. Let's join. I mean, let's take over from here, my dears. Not take over, but let's just do what we individually need to do, because that becomes a global condition, that which we choose to do. So 1,000 steps together become a revolution of love. Our first step is a step of prayer. And then the third line is where hearts unite beyond difference. Where hearts unite beyond, that's why this rainbow tribe that is coming in, not just to us, our little group, but to all those people who are waking up because of the darkness has been, that's they're saying to themselves, that's enough already. And so they turn within and they find the answers that they're looking for and the solace and the peace within themselves, because within is God's presence. This divine, eternal, now loving presence is within us. Everybody. That goes for everybody, my dears. So, where hearts unite, you got any differences with somebody right now? Let's bring them in. Let's bring them into our revolution of love. Of 1,000 steps. After we take 1,000 steps, you can say that you are a part of the revolution of love, right? And now, once we're in this revolution of love, we unite our hearts beyond difference. So then, anybody that triggers you, anybody that you dislike, anything that you think is wrong with the world, anything, and that can get so specific as us, still saying things to loved ones that just don't need to be said. They don't even need to be thought, right? That we clean up. We clean up because we need to now really love the differences. Really, really love with this united love and our united hearts, that we go beyond the differences of culture, the differences of people's mindsets, the differences of world religions, the differences of everything. That we live with our hearts united to the differences now. Right? That's what, I mean, come on. Can you imagine being in that crowd? Standing in a crowd like that at Washington, D.C. with those monks? And who knows how many countless souls in this world is feeling similarly to what we're sharing this morning. Yeah. So that is a big, that's, so you say, well, what happens from here? You ever ask yourself that question? So what happens today from here? What, okay, yeah, and I know you got things to do, people to see, places to go. But we're talking now on an inside job, my dears. We're talking about a global revolution of love, a global coming together of all nations. What does Yogananda call his organization? You think it's just about the yoga that he brings to the West? It's a church of all religions. It's all really about unity consciousness, right? He takes the Bhagavad Gita and he takes the Christian Bible, and there's a reading from each one in each one of the services in Self-Realization Fellowship. So what? So, this isn't something new. The great ones have come, poured their heart into an incarnation, and then they come back again, probably pour their heart into an incarnation. And that's what is being asked of all of us right now. Let's pour our heart into the rest of this incarnation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So then another line says, in our shared presence, our shared, and let's say eternal now loving presence, that we're in the eternity, the eternal now, this present moment, the eternal now loving presence. Our shared eternal now loving presence becomes a golden ripple. Becomes a golden ripple. Dear Ricardo, no, Ryan, Lynn, Lori, and I'm preaching to the choir here. It becomes a golden ripple, carrying peace to the farthest corners of the world. All right, I'll let you soak this in. I'll let you soak this in. We close our eyes and go within and soak it in. As we breathe with the breaths of all humankind, animal kind, galactic time. So, my dears, today's message from Divine Gaia, Divine Mother, is another way to say that. Tell me if this resonates with you. There was a shift. Did you feel it? And I'm putting this in right in the time that we are in, this eternal now, right now. There was a shift. Did you feel it? What we shared thus far. It started as a dip in energy, then moved through you like a gentle flow, reminding you of what's already known. Truth is rising into the light. Truth is rising into the light. The illusions that once hid are no longer able to remain. This is not chaos, my dears, it's clarity. Today, stay grounded in your body and your breath and your steps, I'm adding. Pause before you react. Feel before you believe something. Not everything that surfaces is yours to carry, and not everything presented as truth is what it seems. Remember, staying in the light isn't about being loud, it's about remaining steady so your light can ripple. So your light can ripple outward to our whole globe, safely and gently, exactly where it's needed. Then finally it says, come back to yourself. You are right here, right now. You're right on time. You're not behind. You are right on time. So let me share, if you don't mind, while you stay in on the inside of you, growing, growing as we sit here, growing, healing, understanding, feeling the presence as we sit here. What I wanted to share with this with you, because it came in some days ago and I just had it sitting in my inbox, my phone. It was a daily download of divinity that I wrote, put it up on Facebook years ago. And I think it's apropos to share with you in our closing comments this morning. I called it a taste of bliss. A taste of bliss. And just like that last little message from Divine Gaia talked about, can you feel the shift? Let's just add this to it. Can you taste a little bliss? Can you taste a little bliss? And then I wrote, once you taste bliss, you'll look back at where you at today and say to yourself, where have I been? Where have I been? So why not? So why not, my dears, come to a deep understanding within yourself that what you are thinking, feeling, desiring, not necessarily that we are doing that now, because we're in a pretty beautiful state of the heart, I'll tell you. But this is what I wrote some time ago. So why not come to a deep understanding within yourself that what you are thinking, feeling, desiring, and huffing and puffing about right now could be quite ignorantly childish and maybe the opposite of tasting bliss? And of course, there are many childish behaviors you have grown out of. But if you know about this stubborn manas, or the sense mind that we all possess, or sense identified mind, it may not have grown out of this childish behaviors. The manas, that's something universal in all of us. We have the divine mind, then we have the manas mind, the sense mind, all going outward into the world. So just think of some of your childish behaviors as a kid. Would you get a good laugh play acting some of those behaviors now? Some of your old behaviors when you were younger? Would you get a laugh playing acting some of them? Some of those childish behaviors. And I said, I hope you can have just as good of a laugh observing objectively. I hope you can have as good of a laugh observing objectively the state of consciousness that you are in today. Today's consciousness. Could you look back and kind of go, wow, I got over some childish behaviors before. Are there any in my life that my manas mind, my me, mine, and ours, mine, right? That's all about me, mind. Is there something that I could have a good laugh observing objectively the state of consciousness I am in right now? Could I? Could you, my dear, have a good laugh on the state of consciousness you're in right now? So without referencing where you are with the yardstick of truth and happiness. It is absolutely easy, I said, to be frozen in time. It's absolutely so easy to be frozen in time with limited, ignorant consciousness, which is forgetfulness of divine presence. So the nation is coming out of that ignorant consciousness, frozen, limited, forgetfulness of the divine presence. That's what this energy is today. And I'm just trying to say, but it's an individual. Everybody now needs to be the individual that holds the whole globe in their heart. The big heart with the globe, all beings in it. You know, the rainbow tribe. So without referencing where you are with the yardstick of truth and happiness, it's so easy to stay in the muck of the manas mind, which is forgetfulness of divine presence. So don't take it personally. This is a global epidemic. When you take it personally, you're affirming that you buy into the illusion that you have a separate existence from everything else, and that you are convinced today's drama is real. Could there be thousands, if not millions, of souls having similar conversations within themselves or with others around this? You know what Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, chapter 2, verse 5 in his Yoga Sutras, you know what it says? He's the chief proponent of yoga. Ignorance is perceiving the non-eternal, impure, evil, and what is not soul to be eternal, pure, good in the soul. Doesn't that kind of put us right into today's time and climb with the dark side of things and the things that are creating a lot of stir and chaos? And actually the best thing that could happen to any of us is to have this shift, to have a shift, and to really, really spectacularly look inside yourself and see where you stand individually, because you represent the globe. So that's quite a definition for ignorance, isn't it? It's perceiving what's not eternal, what is temporal, what is impure, evil, and what is not soul to be eternal, pure, good, and the soul. I bring this up to create appreciation for two things. The first is to always appreciate that you are a transcendent soul, free from all individual and universally imposed limitations. And the second is to appreciate that you have access, absolute access to your soul's salvation through, I put yoga teachings in your own town, in your own backyard, on your own computer, and in your own heart. You have the teachings of righteousness, the teachings that bring you the greatest satisfaction of truth, of what is truth for you, into your heart. Because yoga, for one thing, is designed to blow up the bridge of sense identification, to blow up that manas mind. It's designed. All your good efforts is blowing up the bridges of sense identification with the outer world, all the bridges that connect you to the outer world of sense, manas, limited, ignorant consciousness. That yoga blows up those bridges with the outer world and shows you the way to rebuild a bridge, the rainbow bridge, my dears, that connects you inward to your soul. And let's put it in the collective and all other souls as we go beyond our differences, as we join each other in this revolution of love. finally I said, well, not quite finally. Sorry about that. Let's see. All right, we're almost done. Yeah, you live in a duality. You have two directions to travel: outbound into the sensory world of the delusion, or inbound into soul bliss. All aboard, soul bliss, into the infinite bliss on manifest. The outbound express is governed by your manas mind and keeps you occupied behind enemy lines of sensory distractions and indulgences, which, by the way, are hostile to soul bliss. But the inbound express is governed by your buddhi, or pure, discriminating wisdom mind, and keeps you more and more occupied with obtaining higher tastes of soul bliss in meditation. Tasting that, you will care less about all childish behavior, including the ones you are exhibiting today that you are laughing about. I leave you with one key to help you unlock more receptivity and courage to choose the soul train of yoga, the inbound express. Have faith in the deepest part of you that believes spirit, God, love, joy, and light are the only realities. Surrender that beautiful, faithful part of you to the Christ and Krishna light. Ask for deliverance from where you are at today, and be sure to ask the divine loving presence for a taste of bliss. All right, my dears, let's rub on this. We have a soul pact. We're a soul rainbow tribe. Yes, we are. And there's no stopping the soul train at all. It's juggling. It's juggling. You can even do it with your rubbing your palms. I know, there goes Tara. Yeah, you ready? You ready to send Om around now that we're all reconnected as souls on the planet? Maybe there has been a absolute such a shift that I do believe happened, that now that the majority is the bliss. Our souls like you and me on the soul train, when the soul revolution to happiness and world brotherhood and sisterhood. Let's chant Om. Oh, all right. Don't be left out now, my dears, that this is such a global thing that you're not represented properly, because this Om is for you, going into you and knowing that you are the world, completely the world, and that you can manage the world. And if you want to be a leader, you can lead yourself, and that will be the way the world is. So let's just breathe that we send this next Om right into our heart space. Inhale the breath. So beautiful, my dears. Just feel, you can feel the energy. Just keep those palms up for a moment more. Just feel those palm chakras. There's so much energy. There's so much truth. There's so much light. There's so much peace. I mean, it's not even subtle. It's happening. The shift is in full gear. And that starts within you and me. So let's put our God glasses on, just so we get that beautiful love percolating, like a percolator in your heart. Dun, 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 dun. You got that love percolating in your heart, my dears. So we love, and wrap your hands around the globe, around all those brothers and sisters that are now part of the soul train, that are all part of this beautiful soul revolution. Many hearts awakening, brothers and sisters coming alive, No more walking deads on this planet. In other words, the delusion is losing its power over our consciousness, and the light has taken over. So let's bring our hands up and let that light shine out. Perfect. Awesomeness. Ooh, wow. That's all I can say. I hope you can witness yourself today in a completely different frame of consciousness. I'm pretty sure that you're gonna. And that is that, my dears. Thank you so much for coming on the Soul Train this morning. And part of being in Washington, D.C. with those monks, being part of an absolute transformative time in history. Wow. Thanks so much. I almost want to just touch you, get your vibe. Touch you, Sarah. Touch you, Lynn. Touch you, Tara, just to get the woo. My hands were feeling, if your hands were feeling like my hands, you got the juice rolling through. You really do. Just looking at you, I can tell. All right. Much love, my dears. Enjoy today. I know you will. It's a spectacular day. And so it is, and so shall it ever be, and so shall it always has been, and always will be. Aho. Hugs, namastes, and kisses to our world. Have a lot to celebrate today, I know. And remember that first step, the step of prayer. And you have 1,000 of them, right? Then everybody joins together, part of the revolution. And then all of a sudden, there's the golden ripple that comes into the picture, and it's just going to ripple into our whole entire, not only our planet, there's others where there's life on them. So the whole shebang, since God began the Big Bang. Let's send all this to the whole shebang since God started the Big Bang. All right. Love y'all. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you so much. Does anybody have something to say? I think this was a good morning to say something. I turned my volume up. Anybody? No. We're good? Everybody contento? Muy contento? Woohoo! All right. Awesomeness. Love ya. See you soon. Aho.